Can you get people to do things that they don't want to do with NLP? In other words, is NLP manipulation? This is a question that I got a lot, especially when I taught hypnosis classes. I would go out and teach a hypnosis class, and almost right off the bat, someone would raise their hand and say, can you get people to do things that they don't want to do with hypnosis? And I said, if I could, the training would already be over, because I would walk out and I would go, poof, all your problems are gone, poof, all your problems are gone, and they laugh. And then one person literally said, no, really, I heard that with hypnosis you can get people to do things that they don't want to do. And I said, look, that's just not the case. If it were that powerful, it would be regulated. The government would have stepped in already and done something to take that ability away, to prohibit us from being able to have that level of control. As a parent of a 12-year-old going on teenage and a 5-year-old, if I had that level of control, I would definitely be exerting it on them. And listen, they're great kids. The difference between manipulation and influence is the motivation. And so let's look at the word specifically of motivation. Motivation is what is the reason why you're doing it. See, manipulation is attempting to influence someone for selfish reasons, for your own personal gain, for your own things. And look, I'm opposed to that. When I want to be influential with people, like my kids, with my students, it's for them to get their own positive intentions, their own positive gains. And so really NLP is about learning how to be more influential from a positive perspective. In fact, we bring in such a level of integrity and ethics, and I want to be really clear on this. I've had people in the training who really were struggling with the material, and yet I knew they would get it if they just stuck around, hung out, and I worked with them all the way through the entire training, one-on-one, just like I'm doing right now with you, to make sure that they got it. And I've had people in the training come up and say to me, I'm learning these things so I can get people to do things that they don't want to do, and I've actually had people leave my training because of that. I have a very strict rule. Your intention is so powerful. Why are you doing what you're doing? That is literally the difference between influence and manipulation. And in fact, I have a family member, and I think we all have a family member or a friend that for whatever reason utilizes emotions during certain situations to get something that they want that is different than what the group wants. And that to me is a small or lesser form of manipulation. And she actually opened up and admitted it one time to me and said, yeah, I use these emotions in those moments to get the family, the group, to do what I want them to do. And I just sit there thinking, oh, if you just knew NLP, if you just knew positive communication and let go of that baggage, you would be able to influence the group from a positive perspective rather than manipulate the group to do something that they don't want to do. So let's be really clear. From a psychological perspective, speaking to you as a doctor of psychology, a set of tools and techniques are not manipulation in and of themselves. An individual is either manipulative or not. That's just a clear definition from a psychological perspective. And I equate it to the analogy of a hammer. A hammer can be used to build a house or it can be used to tear a house down. That same analogy applies to communication tools. So manipulation is about the person, not the tools or techniques. The influence that you have over other people, to me, comes from your integrity and your ethics. And you can be very influential with NLP, and you can let go of that old idea of manipulation easily and effortlessly.